There it is. Yeah, are you rolling for that?
Yeah.
Did we get that?
And that's a wrap.
Well played.
And that's an episode of
Nicely
TableTanked,
done.
y'all.
I have to
Nicely
go.
done.
This is quickly becoming a hostage situation.
Hello, neighbor, and welcome to TableTanked. I'm your host, Mike Chuck. This episode, we're going to be playing Mountains of Madness by iello Games. With me is my friend Rob.
Hey.
And my friend Julian.
Hello.
I am drinking Crash Landed by Begyle Brewing. That's a joke you're gonna get like later in the video, but trust me, it's really, really funny. And it's also really good. I'm gonna have some more now. Just watch me drink, just like...
It's kind of hypnotic.
Mountains of Madness is, strangely enough, a Lovecraftian party game? Sort of? So in Mountains of Madness, we are all scientists on an expedition in Antarctica searching for an ancient city, and we will be exploring the mountain, trying to minimize the number of injuries we take, and searching for relics. We need relics to win the game. We need to have at least as many relics as we do injuries for the baseline success, which is we don't get fired! Hooray! So we're going to get to the top of the mountain, and then we're going to escape. We could also lose much sooner than that. And there's a couple ways that can happen. One, these are leadership tokens. They sound great. If these end up being, all of these end up being removed from the game, we die on the mountain due to poor leadership. The other thing that can happen is there are injury cards, and if we ever have to draw an injury and we don't have a card to draw, we also are just too hurt and we die.
Cannibalism.
We can't. Cannibalism.
Yes.
Instant cannibalism. All right, so we all have player boards, which are really useful. I will be Danforth. There's no difference between anybody's characters.
I'm going to be this ass face.
And I will be Professor Atwood, clearly the only survivor of this mission.
Rob, once again for the ass face line.
The ass face like we did the ass
I'll
face
just get
like.
you on this.
Okay. I'll be playing this ass face. I've never seen this little in action.
Jeez. I'll be going first, but it is a cooperative game, so we are going to be playing together. However, when it is your turn, you are the leader. So you are in charge of all decisions that are made. We are represented by this little playing guy. The first phase, as shown on the player board, is the movement phase. I get to decide where we're going, but I can still discuss it with the rest of my team. What if we go to this one?
You're the leader.
Good job, you crashed.
Let's move to this
Nice
one.
going.
Oh no.
Let's just go home.
Crash landed. Get it? Get it? Ah! So we fly the, plane onto the coast. And then the next phase is the encounter phase. We're going to do a fake one, and then I'll pull another tile from the box, and we'll actually show you how it works live. We flew up to the coast, flipped the tile, flip it over. Normally flip the timer here. We're on this space, and it has these weird symbols and these numbers on it. This yellow symbol is tools, and this blue symbol is books. And then it's 7 to 8 tools, 8 to 10 books. What it means is we all have a hand of 5 equipment cards, which we drew from the equipment deck. There are 4 kinds. Obviously, there's tools, there are books, the other 2, which are crates and weapons. And they all have numerals next to them saying what the value of that card is. While the sand timer is running, we want to collect 7 to 8 tools. So between the 3 of us and what we have in our hands, we want to discuss what we have. Once we formed a plan, we're going to turn them into this sled board. There's a little square here for where we turn in things. You turn them in face down. You can turn them in at any time, but you want to make sure you get them in before the 30 seconds. And also, once somebody turns in a card, everybody has to shut up. If you continue to talk after somebody's turned in one card, you're going to discard a leadership token.
We're playing a game that involves you having to shut up at some point.
I want to play it just to see that.
Oh, yeah, it's, that's not a rule I'm good with. So we now have all the cards. We have 7 tools, and we have 8 books.
We win.
We'll do a little bit of a reshuffle here. Ooh. So let's just go to that same tile. We did the movement phase successfully. We're gonna go here.
Technically.
And now we're gonna
Technically,
do...
you're in charge of monitoring the timer because you're to the right of this person. I heard.
1, 2, 3.
I have a lot of guns, but I can't do 8 to 9. I have high guns, 5, 6, 6.
I've got 2 tools. I have no guns.
I can do all the tools myself.
Okay,
What do
you have no guns?
Do you have any guns?
I have guns. I can do 4 guns.
Yes, you do 4 guns, and you do all the tools by yourself. It's done. Oh.
I almost said something before when you turn that card in. I gotta be careful. We're
done.
done. All right, so we've got all of our cards turned in. So now as the leader, I think that went well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see what we got here.
You contributed no cards. Thank you.
I contributed no cards.
True
you guys got
leadership.
it. Yep. All the cards have been turned in. That was the encounter. The next phase, as seen on your player board, is the resolution phase. 7 to 9. We need 7 to 9 tools. We have 6 tools, 3 tools, 9 tools. That's a success.
But if we had 10, that would be bad.
That's
10 would be bad. 10 would be a failure. And then we have 5 weapons, excuse me, and 4 weapons. Another success. We have 2 successes there. So on the bottom right of the card, there's always going to be a reward for 1 success. It's going to be different for each tile. In this case, we get an arcane equipment. And arcane equipment is from this pile over here. The cards we normally get from the equipment deck are worth 2 to 6. Arcane equipment is stuff we find on the mountain. It's worth 10. On the top here, obviously, great stuff. We've got the Necronomicon. It's worth 10. Books.
Yeah.
Great way to start.
Exactly.
To start right off.
So this is all face up. We could grab whatever we want. We could grab an alien device. We could grab the Elder Sign.
Fungal honey.
Fungal.
You gotta go to my favorite 80s man.
Do you need to get a shot for fungal honey?
I vote for fungal honey.
Fungal honey.
Fungal honey it is. So we have decided to take the fungal honey.
Because we're children.
Yep. And this is our reward. And so it goes into the equipment discard pile. And we'll be getting it later when we reshuffle all the equipment cards. Now, 8 to 10 weapons. That's a second success. What did we get for that? Nothing.
Oh, Cthulhu.
But exactly, in a Cthulhu story, a Lovecraftian tale, nothing's pretty damn good.
Nobody's going crazy yet.
No, but nothing's bad has happened. The next thing that happens is the draw phase as we move down our player board. So all players are going to draw back up to their hand size. Mine's full. I nailed it. Nailed it.
Leadership.
But otherwise, I get to deal out to the players what they need. How many do you need?
I need 1, sir.
I will give you 1.
I need 3.
You need 3?
Yes. Somebody is carrying a sled on my back.
My turn is done, and so I will pass the sled board and all the leadership tokens on it over to Rob.
Hello.
And now it is his turn. But you know what else it is? It's time for me to get another beer.
All right.
So
beverages!
So we're going to take a break, grab another drink, and we'll be back. Okay, welcome back. Has everybody got their drink? I think we're ready to keep on playing. I am. That's super good. So, move phase. I'm going to move us here. Ready for the flip?
That's it.
Go.
79, 79.
I can do tools on my own.
I can do books on my own.
All right, I trust you.
Leadership.
Leadership. Turn it in. Turn it in. Nope, just watch it. Just watch it go. Just watch it go. Everything's been turned in.
You don't actually have to wait for that.
No, we are. It's happening now.
I don't think you have to wait.
I don't really do.
All right, we need 7 to 9 tools, and we've got 5, 4 9er tools. And then we need 7 to 9 books. We've got 5, 2, equaling 7 books. For that first success, we are going to receive Specimen D. What does the D stand for?
Nothing. It's just the joke.
It's a dick.
Dicks? Is it dicks?
It's dicks.
Explain the joke so everyone understands.
It stands for dicks. I get to give this to anybody I want. I'm gonna give Rabbit the D.
Explain the joke.
You're gonna receive this
Thank you.
little token there, and on your resolution phase, it's gonna cover the right side of your player board, meaning that he can't use leadership tokens during his resolution phase anymore when he's leader. So that's something we need to remember.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that's something that the publisher added in that the designer was impressed with.
And then the other thing that's going to happen is because he received Specimen D, he's going to draw a Madness card. Draw level 1 Madness, and this is going to affect how he communicates during the encounter. A note about Madness. Rob, you and I, we are only able to guess at what is affecting him during the encounter phase. You
ready?
Flip it? Yeah. What's happening? What's happening?
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Wait, cards.
Cards. Alright, I've got 5 books and 6 books, so I'm close, but I need a couple more.
No, can't help you. Guns?
Anybody have any weapons?
I can do weapons on my own.
Weapons on your own.
And
but
stop talking.
This would be a moment where not everybody cutting out their cards and they discuss. If Rob wants to, he can spend a leadership token and we can try for another 30 seconds to cover books. Leadership tokens, we have a little discard over here, and we can do another 30 seconds.
Oh, and
Stop
doing this again.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Alright, so again, 5, 6 books. You had a couple books that could help.
I can do 3 on books.
Alright, so I've got 6 or 5, or I mean, I've got books. I know I got books.
So we got
fine.
Did you mean to play both of those?
They're down.
Once they're down, they're down.
They're down, so that's gonna happen.
All right, we got 9 guns, which I played and was a success.
Good job!
And we somehow have 14 books when
It's
we were
a library!
So we have 1 success and 1 failure.
Here's what happens on failure. The leader, once again, it's his decision. He can choose to draw a Madness card and deal it to somebody else, or he can roll the penalty die.
Here, fumble
so
fingers.
leader, okay. Yep. I deserve that. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right, we did get 1 success, though.
So what does search mean?
Search lets us look at any face-down tile on the board. We have 30 seconds to look at it, memorize it, and try to remember it.
Let's check out this top city.
Flip the timer as we search.
Books and guns.
Lots of books, more guns.
Books and guns is what we need to have in our hand for that last one. So I'm going to spend 1 of these, putting it in the discard pile. So when that means during the draw phase, instead of getting back up to 5 cards, we each get up to
we all get up to 6.
Yeah, hand limit increases up to
You
6.
go back to your hand limit.
You're like Santa Claus of cards.
Right. Now, we only have 2 cards left.
Okay.
Right now at the end, rest phase. Option, the last thing I do is I take most of these back. I put 1 out of the game, take 1 back, and then shuffle this.
In the equipment deck, from the beginning of the game, we had 3 cards in there. You have the number of injury cards equal to the number of players that are playing. Now we might have them coming into our hand.
Starting to feel this wine.
Yeah, it's good.
Welcome to TableTanked. We've gone forward a few turns here, and we're going to show you a few of the more crazier things about the Madness. Julian has gone a bit more mad. He's level 2 Madness. He's gone from level 1 to level 2. Rob has drawn the Ruin 1 from a previous tile. The Ruin 1 that gave him a Madness card. Flip it.
I have no books. I have no books at all.
I can help with books, but only at a small level.
I have 4 books.
I have 5 books. That will not do it.
I have all the tools.
Do you have any books?
I have no books. I have all the tools.
We are dead on books. Books are...
Oh, I'm short on tools. I need more tools.
I don't have tools.
I can give
Give me 3 tools.
2 tools. That is all.
Time's up. Better use your leadership token.
Use it. No, use it. It's out.
Token.
Okay.
Alright. I will play all the books and the tools that I have on the card that is here. That is done. Done!
This is not gonna go well.
Look how Rob basically became Jean Valjean.
Let's just flip it and see what happened. Okay, so first off, I like to point out that somebody, I don't know who, played an injury card. They just take up space in your hand, so during the encounter phase, you just want to get rid of them. And all it does, it goes into the discard pile. We don't get rid of them. They might come back, but at least it's not taking up space in your hand.
So the tools, we have 5.
All right.
And 4 makes 11,
9.
10, 11.
No.
That's a failure.
That's not 13.
That's not what we needed.
Should we go over to books too?
I don't know.
Well, the good news is we got a 3, which is in 13.
It is. We got part of
But
it.
the 2 doesn't really close the gap. So failure. That's what this is. This is
just
All right, so that's
failure.
a double failure. You have 2 madness you can deal out. You can also choose for one or both of those failures, roll the penalty die.
Well, why don't we go 1 and 1?
I don't know if I can take his high pitched.
I think you have to not do what
You don't want me to do that anymore? You don't.
I actually consider this a win.
Once your madness is done, you can tell your teammates what it was. So mine was, I don't know if I like the title of this, Foreigners. I speak with an accent.
That was a foreign accent?
That was your accent?
That is Monty Python doing a female accent. They mentioned this on the telly. It's more
Really
it's
not.
more like this.
Okay, we roll penalty die for the other.
So yeah, you're gonna roll penalty die.
Leadership to do that.
Yeah, so we covered the books failure with the madness, and we covered the tools failure with the penalty die roll. Confusion, we discarded equipment cards equal to how much we failed by.
So, we needed a 13 and we had a 11. So we lose 2. So you need 2. I need 3. I will not panic this time.
Don't panic.
I will also hold my key.
Here comes the airplane.
He's not one.
So before we ascend the mountain, we're gonna take a quick beer break here.
That's what we need.
And yep, and that's gonna help us finish the game, and then we're gonna show you how you win Mountains of Madness. Welcome back to the finale of this episode of TableTanked with Mountains of Madness. During the break, we clearly succeeded 100% at the city and the Edge of Madness.
We did all right.
Now we're going to end the game here with Rob taking us to this last escape tile. Escape tiles, once we reach the Edge of Madness, we have to leave. We can't go back down the mountain at all. Here's the thing about level 3 madness that we kind of need to discuss now that we're all there. So if anybody is ever level 3 madness and they receive another madness card, they can't receive that. So they have to discard a leadership token. If there isn't a leadership token to discard, they remove that leadership token. If we remove the last leadership token from the game, we die on the mountain, or potentially, because we're getting pretty close, the plane just might crash. So
Cannibalism.
It's on the plane as it's crashing.
On the plane as it's crash landing.
I'm not dying on an empty belly.
Alright, Rob, you're our last leader for this final tile. Everybody check your insanity. Make sure you got that in your brain hole. And flip it.
Okay, little things. We need guns and tools. We need 14 to 18 guns.
I have April guns taken care of.
I've got 2 tools.
Yes, April guns. You play April guns.
And I also have the August tools totally taken care of.
Okay, great.
I've got April and August.
Play.
April and
I've
August
got 3
set.
weapons. How many does she need?
You don't play anything.
I don't play anything?
Sit back.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, for the final thing, we had guns 10 to 12 and guns 4 to 6, which combined.
Wait, we had double guns?
We had double.
I totally
to
missed
14 to 18. Yeah, I know. The designer's a dick.
2 separate challenges.
Right,
10
so
to 12
we have the
and
4.
4 to 6. So we got the 4.
We missed
then
the
we
10 and
failed
12.
one.
That's my
13,
bad.
so
that's my
we
bad.
missed it by 1.
And then we do
not
have
too
the 8.
bad.
So
we got the 8.
succeeded
One
on 2, so
failure.
we're going to go. But we have 1 failure.
Alright, so 1 failure. So roll that.
And
see
we're
what
going to roll
happens.
this.
So loss of confidence is a failure.
Which is discard 2 leadership tokens.
Which
we have 3.
Thankfully, we have.
No,
All
if we
right.
had 2, we'd be okay.
But we get praise. Praise is a reward that lets us. Shit, what does praise let us do? It's too late. No, I can remember this. I think I gotta do it.
Come on.
Damn it!
Rulebook!
Where'd it go? Praise, we're able to retrieve 1 from the discard pile and put it back on the sled board.
Yay!
Which is super effective because.
Now we have to figure out whether we...
Now we have to figure out whether we won or not.
So
Okay.
we look at. We got 1, 2,
2,
3, 4,
5.
5. So we got 5 relic cards, and now we need to count through the discard pile,
1,
the
2,
equipment pile, and our hands.
3, 4, 5.
We have 5 injuries, and we have collected 5 relics. We have a score of 0. You subtract injuries from relics, it gives us 0. If we had a negative score, we would just lose. But at 0, you look in your rule book, there's a scale based on your score. If you have at least a 0 or positive value, we had 0, meaning we are protected by tenure. We keep our post. ... Barely. Tenure! Potentially, if we had a higher score, maybe we go on a worldwide book tour. Okay. Well, that was Mountain of Madness. Excuse me. That was Mountains of Madness by Yellow Games. Thank you for playing. Thank you, Rob.
Thanks you for teaching it.
Thank you, Julian, for playing.
Thank you.
And oh, no. I don't appreciate that at all. Don't ever do that again. I'm your host, Mike Chuck. We're all a little bit insane here now. Stop by again soon. Thank you.
And everyone, just caress Chuck's cheek.
No.
And now everyone ruffle his hair.
No!
Don't touch the hair!
You do not touch the hair!